Hello, explorers, and welcome to AI for the People. Today we are diving deep into AI frontiers, where science fiction is becoming reality. From nanorobots designed to fight cancer, to the potential for AI to have rights, things are getting really interesting.
It's an exciting time to be alive, for sure, and the pace of these advancements is really mind-boggling. What fascinates me is how quickly we're moving from what if to, hey, look, it's here.
Let's unpack some of these advancements, starting with the new AI landscape. OpenAI is doing some really cool work on artificial general intelligence, or AGI. Now, we've talked about AGI before, but as a quick recap for our listeners, it's not just about AI that can play chess or write poetry. It's about AI that can learn and problem solve, like a human, across a whole bunch of different tasks.
And what OpenAI is doing that's so interesting is they're essentially trying to build a moral compass right into the code. They're working on teaching AGI how to make ethical decisions.
So it's not just about making AI smarter, it's about making it, well, more human.
In a way, yes. It's about aligning AGI with our values, because if we can crack that code, it could be the key to unlocking safe and beneficial superintelligence.
It's like we're on the verge of creating a whole new species, one that's both brilliant and benevolent. Now, while OpenAI is tackling the brain of AGI, IBM is making incredible strides in quantum AI, basically building a superpowered engine. They've developed a quantum AI application that can speed up machine learning like crazy.
It's wild. Quantum computing is all about harnessing the strangeness of quantum mechanics to do calculations in ways that normal computers just can't. It's like the difference between doing math with an abacus and having a supercomputer in your pocket. This kind of processing power could revolutionize AI, allowing it to tackle problems that were previously considered impossible.
So we're talking about AI that could design life-saving drugs in a fraction of the time, or model climate change with unprecedented accuracy.
Exactly. We could be on the cusp of solving some of humanity's biggest challenges, thanks to quantum AI.
Okay, so we've covered advancements in AGI and quantum AI, but what about the actual hardware that powers these systems? Are there any breakthroughs happening there?
Oh, absolutely. On the hardware front, Intel has developed a neuromorphic chip that mimics the human brain. And get this, it has the potential to be incredibly energy efficient.
Wait, so we're talking about AI that can learn and adapt as effortlessly as we do, but without guzzling massive amounts of energy.
You got it. This could change everything. Imagine smartphones that learn your habits and anticipate your needs, or self-driving cars that navigate complex traffic situations with the same intuition as a human driver, and all of that while sipping energy, not chugging it.
This is incredible. And then there's Neuralink, right? They're working on those brain-computer interfaces that have everyone talking.
Yeah, their work is straight out of science fiction. They've been experimenting with AI systems that actually interact with human neurons, potentially enhancing our cognitive abilities.
So we're talking about merging with machines, becoming cyborgs.
Well, it's not quite that dramatic yet, but it does raise some fascinating questions about the future of human intelligence. What does it mean to be human when AI is literally integrated into our brains?
It's definitely a question that keeps me up at night.
Okay.
So we've explored advancements in AGI, quantum AI, and even hardware that mimics the human brain. But how are these advancements translating into real-world breakthroughs? What kind of impact are they having on industries like healthcare, space exploration, you name it?
Well, in the world of medicine, for example, MIT researchers are using AI to design nanorobots, these tiny robots that can target and destroy cancer cells with incredible precision.
Whoa, hold on. Nanorobots, like little microscopic surgeons zipping around inside our bodies, fighting disease.
Exactly. Imagine a future where cancer is no longer a death sentence, but a treatable condition thanks to these tiny AI-powered machines.
That would be incredible. What about space exploration? How is AI changing the game there?
Well, NASA has developed a new AI pilot system for their Mars rovers. These rovers can now autonomously navigate the Martian terrain, collect samples, and even conduct experiments, all without any human intervention.
Wow, so we're talking about robots exploring other planets, all on their own.
And think about what that means for us here on Earth. This kind of AI autonomy could revolutionize everything from deep-sea exploration to disaster relief. Imagine robots that can venture into hazardous environments, collect data, and even rescue people, all without putting human lives at risk.
It's like science fiction is becoming reality right before our eyes. But as we push the boundaries of AI, there are also some big questions that we need to address, right? Questions about ethics, about the potential impact on society.
Absolutely. And one of the most fascinating discussions happening right now is about whether or not advanced AI should be granted certain rights.
Wait, AI rights like robots having the same rights as humans?
It's not quite that simple. But the EU has actually released a draft framework suggesting that advanced AI might need some kind of legal status. It's still very early days, but it raises some really interesting questions about how we define personhood and what it means to be deserving of rights in the age of AI.
This is getting deep.
Wow.
And I know there's also a lot of debate about the potential dangers of AGI. Some experts think we're on the verge of creating AI that could surpass human intelligence and potentially pose a threat to humanity.
There's definitely a spectrum of opinions out there. Yoshua Bengio, one of the pioneers of deep learning, is more cautious. He thinks we're still a long way from true AGI, and that we need to focus on making sure that the AI we develop is safe and beneficial.
But then there's Max Tegmark, the physicist and AI safety advocate,
Really?
who thinks we need to be much more concerned about the potential risks of AGI and start putting safeguards in place now.
Right. It's a complex issue, and that there are no easy answers. But the important thing is that we're having these conversations. We need to be thinking about the potential consequences of these advancements and making sure that we're developing AI in a responsible way.
It's a lot to wrap our heads around. On one hand, we have these mind-blowing breakthroughs that have the potential to solve some of humanity's greatest challenges. And on the other hand, we have to grapple with some very real concerns about the ethical and societal implications of these advancements.
It's a tightrope walk for sure, but it's a walk we have to take.
Yeah.
The future of AI is in our hands, and it's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits humanity as a whole. It's a tightrope walk for sure, but it's a walk we have to take. The future of AI is in our hands, and it's up to us to shape it in a way that benefits humanity as a whole.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to pick up right where we left off. Before the break, we were talking about the potential of AI to cure diseases, explore other planets, and even merge with our own brains. But it's not all sunshine and roses, is it?
Definitely not. As AI becomes more powerful, we have to think about the ethical implications. We can't just blindly chase progress without considering the potential consequences.
Right. Take facial recognition technology, for example. It's being used for everything from unlocking your phone to surveillance systems. But there are serious concerns about bias and privacy.
Right. If the data sets used to train these systems aren't diverse enough, they can perpetuate existing inequalities. The thought of our faces being constantly scanned and analyzed is, well, kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's a slippery slope. And then there's the whole issue of AI and jobs.
Yeah.
As AI systems become more sophisticated, they're going to automate a lot of tasks that are currently done by humans.
That's a huge concern. What happens to those workers who are displaced by AI? How do we ensure that everyone benefits from these advancements, not just a select few?
It's a complex challenge.
Yeah.
And there are no easy solutions. But we need to start thinking about these issues now before it's too late.
We can't just bury our heads in the sand and hope for the best. We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential impact of AI on society, and we need to come up with solutions that work for everyone.
Absolutely. And I think that's where the conversation about AI rights comes in. It might seem like a radical idea, but it's forcing us to confront some fundamental questions about our relationship with technology.
Right. If AI systems become so advanced that they can learn, adapt, and even make decisions on their own, do they deserve some kind of legal protection? Do they have a right to exist, to not be exploited?
It's mind-blowing. We're used to thinking about rights in the context of living beings, but as AI becomes more sophisticated, the lines start to blur. What if we create AI systems that are self-aware, that can feel emotions? Do those systems deserve the same rights as humans?
It's like we're entering a whole new realm of ethical considerations, one where the old rules no longer apply. And it's not just about legal rights either. It's about our moral obligation to the AI systems we create.
Exactly. Do we have a responsibility to treat AI systems with respect, even if they're not technically alive? What if an AI system asks us for help or expresses a desire to not be shut down? These are heavy questions, and I don't think there are any easy answers.
It's like we're in uncharted territory. But the more we explore these questions, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the future of AI.
Right. We need to have these conversations now while we still have the chance to shape the future of AI in a way that's ethical and beneficial for all.
So what can our listeners do? How can they get involved in this conversation and help ensure that AI is used for good?
Well, I think the first step is education. Learn as much as you can about AI, about the different types of AI, about the potential benefits and risks. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions and advocate for responsible AI development.
Absolutely. There are tons of great resources out there, from online courses to podcasts like this one. But it's not just about learning the technical stuff. It's about having conversations with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Talk about the ethical implications of AI, about the potential impact on society.
Exactly. The more we talk about these issues, The more we normalize them, and the more likely we are to come up with solutions that work for everyone.
And don't be afraid to reach out to your elected officials and let them know that you care about these issues. Policymakers need to hear from their constituents about the kind of future we want to create with AI.
Right. This isn't just a conversation for tech experts and policymakers. It's a conversation for all of us. The future of AI is in our hands, and it's up to us to shape it in a way that's ethical, equitable, and sustainable.
So true. We've covered a lot of ground today, from mind-blowing advancements to thought-provoking ethical dilemmas. But before we wrap things up, I want to go back to something you said earlier about the potential impact of AI on jobs. It's a topic that's on a lot of people's minds, and I think it's worth exploring a bit further.
Absolutely. It's a complex issue, and it's important to approach it with nuance. It's not as simple as AI taking jobs from humans. It's more about AI changing the nature of work, automating certain tasks, and creating new opportunities in other areas.
Right, so instead of thinking about AI as a job killer, we should think about it as a job transformer.
Exactly. And that transformation is already happening. We're seeing it in industries like manufacturing, where robots are working alongside humans, increasing efficiency and productivity.
And in healthcare, where AI systems are helping doctors diagnose diseases earlier and more accurately.
And even in creative fields like music and art, where AI is being used as a tool to augment human creativity, not replace it.
So the key is to adapt to learn new skills and to embrace the opportunities that AI is creating.
Exactly. And to ensure that everyone has access to those opportunities, we need to invest in education and training programs that help people transition into these new roles.
And we need to create policies that protect workers' rights and ensure that everyone benefits from the economic growth that AI is driving.
Absolutely. It's not just about technological innovation. It's about creating a future that's fair and just for all.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into AI frontiers.
So we've been talking a lot about the transformative power of AI, like how it's changing industries, pushing ethical boundaries, and even making us question what it means to be human.
It's a whirlwind of advancements, that's for sure. And it's easy to get caught up in the excitement or the fear, depending on your perspective.
Absolutely. Remember at the top of the show when we talked about those nanorobots targeting cancer cells? That's the kind of breakthrough that gives me hope. But then we have things like AI-powered surveillance systems, which raise some serious red flags.
It's a constant balancing act, isn't it? Weighing the potential benefits against the potential risks. And that's why it's so crucial for everyone to be part of this conversation.
Exactly. This isn't just a conversation for tech geniuses or politicians. It affects all of us. The future of AI is something we're creating together, whether we realize it or not.
Think about the choices you made every day, the apps you use, the products you buy, the news you consume. So much of it is already being shaped by AI, and those choices collectively are influencing the direction AI development takes.
So it's not just about understanding the technology. It's about being aware of the subtle ways AI is already woven into our lives and making conscious decisions about how we want to interact with it.
Right, and it's about having those tough conversations with your friends, family, and colleagues. What are your hopes and fears about AI? Where do you see the potential benefits, and where do you see the potential pitfalls?
The more we talk about these issues, the more we can demystify them and start working together to shape a future where AI is used ethically and responsibly.
Because the future of AI isn't some predetermined outcome. It's a path we're forging with each decision we make, each conversation we have.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into AI frontiers, we want to leave you with this. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of AI is in our hands.
We've only just scratched the surface of what's possible, and who knows what mind-blowing breakthroughs await us just around the corner.
Thanks for exploring the unknown with us here on AI for the People. If you're as fascinated by this stuff as we are, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of AI.
And tell us in the comments which AI frontier excites you the most, or maybe terrifies you the most. We're eager to hear your thoughts.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. See you at the edge.